Welcome back to another Bitcoin update video. Now, as you can see, the market has actually sort of turned around since my last video, which is pretty surprising. But before I get into the video, I do just want to say two things. First off, if you guys are subscribed, make sure you guys turn on the notification bell because YouTube is really not recommending my videos anymore because some of you guys may not be watching external cryptocurrency YouTube videos aside from me, so they won't recommend them to you. So make sure you guys turn on notifications, and also make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, as I plan to use that more to communicate with my followers, as Telegram has gone through, this huge problem with spam and people getting added to random groups and people advertising groups in other groups. So anyways, while Telegram gets that fixed up, I will be saying make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. So as you guys can see here, since my last video, after we did make this fall and I expected us to fall through the support, we actually did go up once more. Now, I drew in this trend line here, just sort of getting all of the tops on the exponentially smaller tops that we've been getting here. Now, I found this pretty interesting, as this next top that's to be expected at around this point right here, so pretty much 7,800, is actually at a very, very important point. Now, why am I saying this? This next zone right here would not only be testing this resistance of the downtrend, the exponential downtrend that we have been having, but it would also be testing this previous very important support, or now resistance, that if we did break, we would also be breaking this downtrend. So why I think that's important is because, as you guys have seen here, recently we have been getting, consistent lower lows. So as you can see, we bottomed at around 6,500 here, and then here we got a little bit lower, 6,400. Here we got to, 5,700, and this has been the first time in a little while now that we have seen a higher low. So as you can see right here, we did actually close slightly higher than we had previously closed. So I thought that was pretty interesting. We finally see a higher low, and that could indicate an uptrend. And now that we're coming to this very important point where we meet the downwards resistance along with this very important resistance at a previous support point when it retested this line, I think this could be a very, very crucial area for big movement. So when is this expected? I would expect this to happen around September 13th to September 16th, anywhere in that zone. I think that's when we're going to be retesting this zone here. And if we do break above this level, 7,800, then I personally will be longing, as I believe we could finally break this lower high here and finally break officially the downtrend, because we have broke a few wedges in the past, but we have never officially broke this these consecutive lower highs. So this would be the first lower high that we break and the first higher low. So I think we would finally be officially in an uptrend if we did end up breaking this level. Now, one more thing I wanted to point out here, and this is on the Bitfinex chart. I would say that's probably one of the highest volume markets. So that's what I use to indicate my prices and my trades. But as you can see here, the volume of Bitcoin ever since 20,000 has been declining. And as a lot of very, very smart people, especially people around exchanges who end up making the most money, always say that volume is one of the most important indicators in a market, because it can predict what direction the market's heading towards, and it can predict the number of people's interests in a certain market. So as you can see, throughout the downtrend, we have been seeing this decreasing volume. Now, that's very, very common in downtrends, because as it gets lower, people lose interest. People maybe don't want to trade that coin at that moment because it's so low. People aren't going to be selling it, and people might not want to buy it because they think it's going to go lower. So throughout a downtrend, it's very common for there to be decreasing volume. But recently, what I have noticed is ever since around this point, as you can see right here, this is what I would call the bottom of the volume downtrend right here. Then we recently have been seeing a little bit higher volume. So I thought that was interesting. That is definitely an indicator that we could be seeing a reversal at around this point. So personally, I'm still very optimistic with this retest. I will certainly be trading it if it does end up bullish. But I'm very, very excited to see how it plays out. And of course, there's been so much fear, uncertainty, and doubt around all of the ETFs that have gotten denied. But keep in mind that the big ETF from Chicago, the same one that got the futures accepted, will be announced later in September. So we still do have to wait for that. But in the meantime, this could be very exciting to see if we could finally break this downtrend. Now, one more thing before I do end this video, I do just want to say that Signal Trader is still heavy in development. We are getting very, very far on the front end, and it has been delayed so much due to some bad developers, but trust me, I'm still putting all my time and effort into it as I still believe in it as a platform. If you guys haven't heard of it, make sure you guys watch my video about Signal Trader and the little animated video that I also did make. So make sure you guys check that out. I will be making an update video on how the development has been going on Signal Trader 2 upcoming in the next few days. And I'm also going to be going over the profits on the Forex MT4 MetaTrader 4 robot that I have been running, called the First robot. I will be going over how the profits have been doing with that, along with announcing what robot I will be reviewing next. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think if you like this type of content and where you think Bitcoin is headed. Anyways, guys, see you guys in the next video.